It has been 3 months since Mother Moocake and his dinosaur Tyrone were forced into hiding by the Clickbait Confederacy. However, in his absence, a new threat to reality has emerged. An epidemic running rampant across the dimensions, seemingly unstoppable.
Where the fuck's it gone?
So what the fuck were you even doing in that dimension? I mean, the whole dimension you were in, just a complete shit show. Total shithole, totally about. What were you doing there?
You can talk, you cunt.
What do you mean?
Look how fucking messy you've made this.
You're
fucking
What are you fucking on about?
ripped up posters
Fuck off.
like a homeless man.
No, fuck off! I'm here for a reason. I'm in this dimension for a reason. Don't fucking diss this dimension.
Well, it's fucking shit, clearly.
No, it's not. It's nothing. I'm here. I'm in this
Look at
dimension
this.
for a reason.
Look at
I'm
that
in this
messy
dimension
fucking
for a
jumper
reason.
you've got.
I'm fucking here for a reason. I'm hiding from the... I'm here for a reason, alright? I'm hiding out from the Clickbait Confederacy. It makes...
They're gonna find you though. At some point, they're gonna find you.
That's why I'm fucking hiding. I'm trying to delay that, aren't I?
You're a fucking pussy. Just go and face
You fucking
them.
what? You fucking what? You calling me a pussy?
Pussy.
You fucking what? You say that again. You fucking say that again, bitch. You fucking say... Who saved your life? Who saved your fucking life?
Not you,
From that
cunt.
fucking dimension? Who found you fucking dead in that dimension?
Do you
You fucking what? You fucking what? You fucking call me a pussy, you little shit?
Listen, when I got here, when I got to that dimension, it was fine. It was like a lovely, happy town, and then the Karens came. I watched it slowly just turn to shit because of what the Karens are doing. And it's going to happen here. It's going to happen everywhere if you don't stop them.
Is this thing even working? Gather round, children, gather round. Mother Moocake's here, once again, to preach the truth and educate your asses. You see, it's been brought to my attention that there's a certain plague, an infestation, if you like, spreading across the known universe and threatening our survival as a species. And this carcinogenic outbreak that I'm referring to is, of course, Karens, a degenerative breed of middle-aged, post-menopausal monsters that are spreading their humorous, disease-ridden opinions across the globe by shouting at people and through Facebook groups. If you yourself happen to know a Karen in real life, please do your civil duty, drive them out into the desert, look at the sunset for a while, and then take the shovel out the back of your car and just cave the back of their skull in. If you're doing them a favour as well, notify your local authorities straight away. Now, I personally believe that there have always been Karens. Since the dawn of humanity, as long as there have been humans around, there have been Karens. However, in the last few years, the number of Karen cases has increased exponentially, alarmingly so. And I think it's probably due to the internet. The internet was such a mistake, wasn't it? I mean, just pull the fucking plug, to be honest. Shut the whole thing down. And in the past couple of months especially, Karenormal activity has risen to a critical state, ladies and gentlemen. We are seeing more Karens than ever before. Perhaps the most in recorded human history. And what's even worse about this is the Karens that we're seeing are far more dangerous and volatile than your usual lowly Karen. These ones have seriously got a vendetta against humanity. And so, in light of this alarming increase in Karen occurrences, I, Mother Moocake, have taken it upon myself to create this purely serious and educational video on Karens, teaching and instructing the masses on Karens and the many dangers that come with them. This video will be entirely educational. There will be no memes. None at all. Absolutely not. What's that? Me taking the piss? Absolutely not. I would never do that. In this video, I will take you through every single aspect of the Karen. How to spot one, their typical behaviour, their many forms, where they are most commonly found, and, most importantly, how to combat and fight back against these creatures from the 8th circle of hell. Well, I don't know about you, but I think that was a pretty professional introduction. And I'm pretty chuffed with that. It's pretty good. Can we have like a cool transition or something now, please? Thanks. If you were to define a Karen in one word, that one word would probably be hellspawn. Your typical Karen is rude, obnoxious, extremely entitled, convinced that they are always right no matter what. They're also usually a little bit racist as well, you know, all that good stuff.
Want me to see if I can find it in our system?
Yeah, you better.
All right, give me one second. Let me find the computer over here.
Okay. Do you have it?
I looked it up in my system, but unfortunately, I'm not coming across any of Paul Sheldon's books that we have here in the store. Would you like to see if I can order one for you, possibly?
Oh, you should have them here. He's very popular.
Well, we're probably
Paul
just sold.
Sheldon?
Most likely just sold out.
Misery. Have you ever read the Misery novels?
So here we have an example of quite a typical Karen. You know, if we were swapping Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something, this Karen would be a common card.
Look, Paul Sheldon writes the Misery novels. They're very good. I'm looking for the latest one. Misery's Child. I really need that to complete my collection, and I really think you need to have that here.
Call me uncultured here, but I have never fucking heard of Paul Sheldon. Wait, no, actually, it rings a bell. Isn't he that guy from The Big Bang Theory?
Bazinga!
I don't have it in the store, but I could probably order it for you.
I'm not interested in waiting.
I've
already waited a long time for the paperback to come out.
If you look very carefully, you might be able to spot here that this Karen is just on the fringe of losing her temper. There's about to be a explosion.
Misery's Child. Misery. Misery in France. Misery Betrayed. Misery in Love. You don't know any of these books? What kind of cockadoodie bookstore is this?
Now, there is the face of a woman that wants to speak to the manager.
Paul Sheldon, let me tell you something. I am Paul Sheldon's #1 fan. His #1 fan.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The meltdown has begun. This is actually quite typical behaviour of the Karen. The whole beating your breast and exclaiming that you are X or Y. I am Paul Sheldon's biggest fan. I am the most important person in this room. I am a massive waste of oxygen. What's that? You haven't heard of Paul Sheldon, you absolute scumfuck. What's that? You're different to me? You have different tastes to me? You have different opinions to me?
Cancels.
I don't understand what is happening!
No worries, man, no worries.
I'm looking for a cockadoodie book!
I can order it for you. Or see if another store nearby might have it. Ma'am?
You know the way like a dog pisses against a lamppost to claim its territory? It's exactly what this Karen is doing here. She screams her fucking soul out to claim this bookstore and, I don't know, 12-mile radius around it as her territory, and then just resets like some sort of Windows 98 computer. Jesus fucking Christ. Now, the most typical form that a Karen will take is, of course, a middle-aged, post-menopausal white woman, usually with the fucking bowl cut. However, despite this, I firmly believe that anyone can be a Karen, regardless of age or gender. Some people have even theorised that Karen is actually an acronym. Know your rights, accuse everyone, request a manager, escalate to authorities, neglect reason.
I don't have to get out of my car. Then you're a cunt. Not really. You're kind of the asshole coming up on me. You stop like you got balls and you don't. You came up and flipped me off. You stop. No, I flipped you. Flipped me off.
Now here we have the perfect example of a male Karen, or as I like to call them, Keith. These Keiths, Kyles, whatever you want to call them, admittedly, they are a little bit rarer than your bog standard bowl cut in Walmart Karen. However, they're still very much a presence. And they're still very much a pain in the arse.
Get out of the truck, little lady.
No, I'm good.
See, because you know you lose.
How do I lose?
Because I will beat your fucking dick into the ground all day long.
I will beat your dick into the ground all day long. Yes, that is exactly what I do when I want to threaten someone. When I want to intimidate another human being, I threaten to wank them off.
That's kind of gay, isn't it? I will beat your dick. Dude, how about?
You can see right there in his face the regret of what he's just said. But at the same time, he's gone too far down the rabbit hole now. He can't back down. He's got to reinforce what he said. So he's just like, I will beat your dick off. Get out the car. Seriously. Pop out the car. I will, right this second, wank you off in the middle of the road. Call it a quickie. It's like his fucked up way of like asserting dominance or something, just, I will
Sexually gratify you.
Now, other than the obvious things such as screaming at people in public or requesting to see a manager, another thing that is intrinsic to the Karen identity is, of course, Facebook. I mean, if you're not on Facebook, in some echo chamber Facebook group, spouting opinions that are complete bollocks, are you really a true Karen? Facebook, as I've said before in previous videos, is probably the worst platform on the internet. It is just a cesspool of degenerate people with degenerate opinions. It's no wonder that Karens love the place. You can find hordes and hordes of Karens on Facebook if you know where to look. In particular, in Facebook groups concerning things like Flat Earth, anti-vax, moon truth, all sorts of conspiracy theories and this is because the vast majority of Karens are also massive conspiracy theory freaks. The vast majority of Karens are also anti-vaxxers. The overlap between the two is actually quite staggering.
We do not need that many vaccines that we need. The chickenpox, I think, can be a parent's choice. The rotavirus, the flu shot, that still contains mercury.
You can find a lot of Karens that are obsessed with things like essential oils and alternate medicine. It's something they really like to shout about. You can also find plenty of Karens that are obsessed with things like flat earth, horoscopes, healing crystals. The governments are all run by lizards. And the most recent conspiracy theories that Karens are eagerly lapping up are, of course, the theories concerning coronavirus. Mainly that the virus isn't real, or that face masks are some sort of evil plot.
45 minutes of having it on. It's the first time I've worn one. I am disoriented. I'm a little mad, if you can't tell that already. Like, I'm frustrated, but I don't feel good physically. Like, I can tell you right now, I wasn't getting enough oxygen, and I just had on one of these little stupid things.
Face mask, I'm infringing my rights. Oh my goodness, everyone. This mask that I'm wearing is choking me. I am struggling to breathe right now. This is so sad, guys. Can we please hit 9 likes?
Like, that's all I want to do is cry, because you can't see people's faces. You can't make human connection. We can't hug people. We can't hold their babies.
Oh my goodness, we can't hold people's babies? Well, this is the best news I've heard all day. I fucking hate children. Imagine how petty and insecure you've got to be to get this worked up over wearing a face mask for like half an hour, 45 minutes. It's a face mask. It really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of the universe. Grow up.
Those of you that know me, like, I am one of the most compassionate, caring people you will ever meet.
In my experience, the people that have to tell you or remind you that they're nice, impassionate, caring, they're usually not those things.
Finally, we meet the end of the road. I've been looking forward to this shit all my fucking life. So, Target, I'm not playing any more fucking games. This shit's fucking over. This shit's all fucking over. This shit's fucking over. This shit's over, 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 this shit's over.
Well done, Karen. By performing this brave and noble task, you have truly brought the system to its knees. Think back through history, you know, think of some of the most famous revolutions of all time. Maybe the 1789 French Revolution or the 1917 Russian Revolution. Nah, get out of here with them. The most famous revolution of human history is, of course, this stupid bitch throwing a load of masks on the floor at Target.
No, no. Do you? Why? Why? You let everybody else do it. You let everybody else do it. Why I can't do it? Because I'm a blonde white woman? Fucking wearing a fucking $40,000 fucking Rolex? I don't have the fucking right to fuck shit up?
I really don't understand the thought process behind this one. Like, what difference does he think this is gonna do? You know, there are really big, serious anti-mask groups and communities out there that have been shown this video and have watched it and have gone, yeah, this is really embarrassing. This is really bad for our cause. You are so brain dead and so juvenile that you have embarrassed the people that think face masks are a conspiracy theory. That's almost impressive. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, there is a happy ending to this story. After her face mask ordeal, the police get called to her house. She spouts a load of shit about working for the White House and being wired, and then they fucking arrest her.
Okay.
You know,
you're a spokesperson,
yeah,
correct?
for the White House, yeah.
CBI or 1039? CBI. Okay. Melissa, I'm gonna have you spin around and just put your phone down
What?
first, okay? I need you to put your phone down.
Oh my god.
I just think it's really considerate of her to live stream her arrest for our entertainment. Very, very generous of you, madam. However, my favourite anti-mask Karen, by a mile, is this degenerate here.
This will exempt you from wearing a mask. You're right. That's okay. Have a good day. I said you're the same kind of people that walk the Jews right into the gas tank.
Oh, good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Got you on video.
Good. Have me on video.
And your
Because
name then?
that's what my name is Kellyanne Wolf. I'll give you my name.
Do you have Instagram? Do you have Facebook?
I'm all over the place. I'm a musician and a very popular one.
Now this lobotomite of a human being not only doesn't believe in face masks, but also was stupid enough to give us her name and mention that she makes music. Now, what do you think the internet did with this information? That's right, they tracked it down. Shall we have a listen?
Oh, said he'd stay. Yeah, he said he'd stay forever. Oh, it just ain't right. Reality.
I'm pretty confident this music has given my eardrums AIDS.
Anybody who is going to commit to this kind of civil obedience is the same kind of people that believe their government when they walk the Jews into the gas tank. That's what I said.
Ah yes, of course, that makes perfect sense. When I follow a health and safety guideline, that makes me as bad as the Nazis, guys. It's people like this that make me think that the human race should just be wiped out.
By the way, I've got 13 degrees in psychology, I'm a member of Mensa, and I have a master's in political science.
Ah yes, of course, you have 13 degrees in psychology. Yes, of course you do. And a master's as well? Yes, of course you do. I firmly believe you. 100%. What's that? I smell something. Can you smell that? I think it's, oh yeah, it's bullshit. I hope your credentials aren't as shit as your fucking music, woman. Jesus Christ. To sum up this section, Karens basically have not felt happiness in fucking decades. Anything that differs from them in any way at all, no matter how big or how small, is just wrong in their eyes. They can't quite understand in their tiny little Neanderthal brains that, you know, people can be different from them or have different opinions to them, and that's okay. No, anything different to them, anyone that disagrees with them on anything is scum and needs to be shouted down to the point of complete retardation, to be honest. Anything that doesn't conform with their opinions, their miserable outlook on life, is just wrong. Because of course, they are always right. They are always speaking the gospel truth. What's that? Scientific evidence that the Earth is a fucking sphere? No, 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 no. Karen on Facebook read that it's flat, so it must be. So now that we've learned how to spot a Karen and how they typically behave, it's time to move on to the next section of the video and discover where you'd most typically find one of these degenerative creatures. Perhaps the most dangerous thing about Karen encounters is that you never know when it's going to happen. You could just be walking down the street, minding your own business, with your headphones in, and suddenly, poof, there they are. They've appeared out of nowhere, and they're suddenly shouting at you about how their rights were infringed recently in a local supermarket. And to add to this, when you do encounter a Karen, you never know what they're going to do, which makes the entire situation extremely volatile and all the more dangerous. It's kind of like the tall grass in Pokemon. You know, you're walking through the grass and at any point, randomly, a Pokemon can jump out at you and attack you or challenge you to a duel. Karens are exactly the same. However, there are some certain places where Karens appear more frequently. You know, they just kind of lurk in the corner, in the shadows, ready to pounce out at some poor unsuspecting victim who's in the wrong place at the wrong time. So I'm going to take you through a few of the most common places that Karens appear right now, just in case, you know, next time you happen to be there, you can be mentally, physically and emotionally prepared for a Karen potentially jumping out at you and just ruining your fucking day. Now, retail stores are a big one. And by retail stores, I mean, you know, supermarkets, fast food chains, fuck it, anywhere that you can buy goods, Karens are probably there, lurking in the corner, ready to pounce at any given moment. Now, usually, a Karen will go for a person that works in a retail store. You know, a person that just is not paid enough to deal with their bullshit. However, they'll also go for shoppers, they'll go for fucking anyone. The brilliant thing about retail stores for Karens is that there's a wide array of different people in the store all the time, which means that they can just pick and choose whoever they fucking want to attack. For example...
I'm just trying to help you.
I'm sorry, but I don't need your help.
Yes, you do, motherfucker. You do. You do need my help, sir. Can't you see that, you son of a bitch?
Ah, yes, of course. Because when I try to, spark conversation with a stranger, or introduce them to something that I believe in, or try to win them over, I, of course, always just swear and abuse them every time. It works all of the time. Don't you see I'm trying to help you, you piece of shit? I'm trying to help you, you useless, fat waste of oxygen.
Could you please just let me check out my groceries?
Fuck you! I'm trying to help you, motherfucker!
Wow, this is...
You gotta ask Jesus Christ.
I don't have to do anything.
We're all sinners.
Why is it that, crazy people always manage to bring religion into the conversation? Like, I'm not saying that all religious people are crazy, but a lot of them fucking are. Even, devoutly religious people would be pissed off by this. This woman has probably smoked so many drugs at this point. Something that I'm very, very jealous of. She's probably taken so much meth at this point that she's actually seeing Jesus in her peripheral vision. Whoa! Go to Walmart and piss off a load of customers in the self-service checkout. Whoa!
You're sinning right now.
No, I'm not, motherfucker. You fucking accuser. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking accuser. You motherfucking accuser. Motherfucking accuser. Accuser of the fucking brethren, you motherfucker. Yes, ma'am.
I love that she just, in the fraction of a second, goes from,
"You motherfucking accuser! How dare you!"
to "Oh yes, Mom. How are you? Are you well?" Just goes from, one to the other in, a fraction of a second. Jesus Christ.
Fuck you! Ma'am? Shut the fuck up! You all better repent! Because the kingdom of heaven is at hand!
I'm sorry, but the kingdom of heaven it's not at hand. Jesus has been claiming to come back for the second coming for 2,000 years now, and he hasn't.
Are you that fucking dumb? These people are going home. Stand that.
Much like all good Karen videos, this woman is eventually arrested, and rightfully so. I don't understand why, you target someone in a retail store anyway. This person already doesn't want to be here. They're only here because they have to be. Because if they don't get their groceries, they're gonna starve to death. And yet, despite that, you think now is a good time to come up to them and spout your bullshit. I just don't get that with Karens.
Making my way downtown, my wife took my kids.
Public areas are another big one for Karens. Places like parks, squares, beaches, your mother's bedroom. Karens absolutely adore patrolling places like this and just targeting a poor random victim.
Taxes, I pay for this park, and I don't like to see people wrecking it.
We're not wrecking it. There's literally so many berries.
This Karen here has just, decided to be angry because a load of teenagers are picking berries, something that they're allowed to do.
There's so many berries everywhere.
Oh my god, we're not wrecking it! Oh, there's so many berries out here. There's so many berries.
Oh my god, we're not wrecking it!
What you doing there, Karen? You doing some sort of rain dance? Some sort of fucking ritual to appease the gods? What is wrong with you? You know the way some animals try to make themselves look bigger in an attempt to scare off potential predators? Yeah, that's exactly what this Karen here is doing. This is actually quite typical behaviour for a Karen, just enforcing some random arbitrary rule that they've usually made up off the top of their head, just in an attempt to start some random pointless argument, because that's what Karens feed off, random pointless arguments.
You decided
to
come
back
up
where
to
you
us.
came from if you want to use language like that.
Oh, why didn't you go back to where you came from, you fucking colonizer?
Where did you come from? I'm actually curious. Where'd
U.S.
U.S.?
Oh, yeah.
So you're not Canadian either.
And of course, like most Karens, this one's a little bit racist, because they fucking have to be. What I love about this the most is, this Karen isn't even from this area, and yet she's still pulling the go back from where you came from card. How brain dead do you have to be?
Okay?
Next time you ever talk to me like that, you're gonna get your ass kicked by my family. They're gonna fuck you up.
What did I do?
Right. They're gonna fuck you
Why?
up.
What did I do?
Because you are an asshole. Look at the whole stairs to
But
yourself.
you had these
Why
stairs
don't
and
you go
that
somewhere
stairs?
else where you can go to a gym? This is not just for you.
Now here we have an example of an extremely powerful Karen. You know the way in Fallout you've got ghouls? Those creatures that have been exposed to so much radiation that they've devolved into extremely dangerous and volatile animals. And the older a ghoul gets, the more dangerous and powerful it gets. Well, this woman here is the Karen equivalent of that.
This is not your home. We do not want you here. You put that on Facebook. I hope you do. Because every fucking person will beat the crap out of you from here on out.
Here we have the perfect example of a Karen's special attack, which of course is racism. Go back to where you came from.
Who wears black in California sun? Who the fuck wears black?
Are you an idiot?
Now, Karens obviously feed off arguments and conflicts. In fact, it's what they thrive off. And here we have the perfect example of a Karen beginning to sense that the argument is coming to an end, and so looking for any excuse under the fucking sun to keep that argument going. Who is California? Who is
California sun.
What's most impressive about this particular Karen is that she managed to get herself recorded being a wanker twice on the same day by two random people who do not know each other.
You know what? I am not a racist person.
You just made
But
a
you know
racist
what?
comment.
You need to go home.
I don't care about your Facebook.
You play games. We don't play games.
Oh, what kind of game are you playing?
I play games where you get fucked to death.
We play games where you get fucked to death. That sounds like a fucking brilliant game. It's people like this that make me just want to beat myself to death with a fucking crowbar. Karens just somehow believe that when they're on the road, they are the only people on the road, and anyone else that does anything that they even marginally don't like, yeah, they're wrong, they're scum, and they deserve to be tortured to death in the most heinous way possible.
And you're making miss my appointment, my doctor's appointment.
You're making yourself miss it.
Either you
You're making yourself miss it.
No, you didn't have to do the verbal F you and call me a bitch, did you? Did you?
Hey, I'm pulling over where I live.
Did you? Then apologize and we let it go. You want to go and I press charges.
What's that? You are parking where you live? Ah yes, I shall press charges. Any excuse to start an argument. Jesus Christ.
Look, I'm a disabled and I have problems.
Believe it or not, I figured that out myself.
Look I'm missing my appointment, mister. Alright, 911, this is enough. You're videoing me.
I genuinely feel really sorry for American police because like 50% of their calls must just be Karens ringing them up and going, someone's attacking me.
You too.
I'm sorry, really sorry.
You are?
No, it's my fault.
It is your fault.
Yeah, I know it's my fault. That's why I'm...
Now this Karen here looks like Amy Schumer, if Amy Schumer had been doing heroin for 20 years or something. As far as I'm aware, in this scenario, the person driving this car is at fault and has actually apologised to the Karen for being at fault. And yet, despite that, she still can't let it go.
My kids can't hear me calling you a bitch.
Your window's open.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kids Bop.
Kids Bop.
How petty and infantile do you actually have to be to do this? You feel the need to continue to stand in the middle of the road and cuss a load of people off who have already admitted it's their fault and apologised to you. Now, truth be told, fellas, even though there are some areas that, you know, Karens are more likely to appear in, truth is they can appear just about anywhere. Wherever you find people, you can usually find Karens, which means they can just appear at any point in your life. Anywhere you are, any when you least expect it. Now, America seems to be, you know, the epicenter of Karenormal activity. The vast majority of Karen sightings have come from America, and the most dangerous Karens that we've seen on camera have also come from America. Basically, America is Karen central right about now. However, this doesn't mean that Karenormal activity is only confined to America. Yes, there's quite a lot of Karens in America at the moment. Yes, they're festering across the land like some sort of Neanderthal migration. But that doesn't mean you won't find Karens in other parts of the world as well. The Karen plague has managed to spread to every corner of this shit stain we call a planet. And so now, I'd like to take you through some Karens from other parts of the world to diversify our Karen experience.
I think it's disgusting that you're working at this time on a Sunday. Have you got nothing better to do?
Have you got nothing better to do? I mean, this is their fucking job. You know, they're not just on the roof because they want to be. They're not just like, you know, fond of fixing people's houses for no reason. They're not just on the roof for a meme. Ah yes, every Sunday, my favourite hobby is to pick a random house, climb on the roof, and start fixing it. So no, they probably don't have anything better to fucking do.
I think it's absolutely disgusting that you're working at this time on a Sunday. Absolutely repulsive. It's the Lord's Day of Rest, don't you know?
My son is a lawyer, and this is breaking noise pollution laws. And I'll have you know, there's a family across the road with a newborn. And all this racket is bound to give them a load of stress.
Now, first off, you know, typical Karen behaviour here. You are breaking some sort of law here, and I'm going to sue you for the breaking of said law. You know, I know my rights and the law better than everyone else on the planet, and you can go fuck yourself if you think otherwise. Secondly, if this family with the newborn kid, if they're being annoyed by all this noise, you know, they're going to come and tell these people themselves. They don't need you, oh great and mighty suburban British Karen, to come and speak on their behalf. I can think of no worse of an ambassador than you.
Not necessary to bang that hard, is it?
Look, I'll bang on this door as hard as I want. Don't you tell me what to do. I'll tell you what to do.
Well, that's them told, isn't it, madam?
Mate, she's doing one with the ladders. Mate,
What?
she's doing one with the ladders. She's off, look.
Oh my god, what?
She's off, look.
What?
She's done one. I don't, mate, I'm not jumping now, no. It's well far. I don't know how we're going to get down.
British Karens seem to be a lot more passive-aggressive than their psychotic neighbours across the pond. But that doesn't mean that they're any less dangerous. Please approach this breed of Karen with just as much caution as you would any other, or they will steal your ladder. I say, by Jove, did you hear that Susan permitted her workers to start construction at 8 in the morning on a Sunday, the Lord's Day of Rest? This is absolutely preposterous. I say we shoot them all.
What are you talking about?
I don't have to give you a reason.
Legally you do.
No, I don't.
Alright, do you have any ID? Well, the issue is you are committing an offence. If you don't give us
No, we're not committing an offence. It's actually not Commonwealth law. You don't know what you're talking about right now.
Imagine being so brain dead that you try and argue the law with the people whose job it is to know the law. Come on. Is there anything even working upstairs? Now, as far as I can tell, there are 2 Karens here, a male and a female. They're probably a married couple. More like a couple of tumours.
Have I committed a crime?
Yes.
It's a criminal matter now for not wearing a mask.
Yes, correct.
I just love how quickly they shut her down. Like the typical Karen response of, wait, am I breaking a law? Yes. Yes, you are. You mean to tell me that this is breaking a law now? Yes, it is. You degenerate. How many times do we have to tell you?
If you do arrest us, we will be suing you for armed kidnapping.
You are under arrest for that. Until we can confirm ID. Commit an offence today, you are required by law to state your name and address.
Okay.
So we confirm ID.
So we
If
do
you have
not
refused to do
consent
that-
to be taken.
Yeah, believe it or not, they don't need your consent to arrest you. You dumbass. Yeah, sorry, sir. You're under arrest for murdering 7 people.
Oh, yeah, but I don't consent to being arrested, actually.
Oh, you don't? Oh, that's fine then. Off you go. You're off the hook. Sorry for bothering you. How did humans become the dominant species on this planet when people like this exist? People like this are the reason that natural selection exists.
Fuck off! Okay, stupid. Off! Off!
It's a brilliant opening to the video, really, isn't it? Like, it in just 2 seconds, it tells you everything you need to know about this person. I'm thinking of starting my YouTube videos in a similar fashion to this woman. Just, the video starts and I immediately just go, fuck off. And then, like some sort of well-oiled machine, this Russian Karen, you know, just basically sorts her entire life out on the fucking train. You know, just takes her gloves off, sorts out her bag, fixes her hair, does her makeup, and then she releases her special attack.
Stop it! Stop!
What's your problem?
Yeah, it's too early for this.
Lady, obviously you have a problem, so just relax.
I'm not even fighting you back.
This entire train has turned on this woman now, and she's still convinced that she's in the right. She's even deployed her special umbrella attack now. She is that adamant on attacking this one particular woman on the train. Why would you bother? So much effort. Just tell them to fuck off and get on with your day.
Well, 911, please. Stop being disgusting.
Fun fact, she's not actually calling the police here. She's actually calling the KGB. You know, the secret police.
Hello, yes, KGB. This is Comrade Sigonovsky. I have been attacked on public transport by enemy of the state, yes. She is in the way of the revolution, the glorious revolution, yes. Please come in the middle of the night and take her away to Gulag, please, yes, thank you.
At one point, the blonde woman allegedly yells racial slurs. Good Samaritan restrained the woman, Anna Lushkinskaya, and held her at the 36th Street station until officers arrived.
Well, fuck. Looks like the KGB couldn't extract her in time. Now, as you've been watching this video, you've probably been thinking to yourself something along the lines of, oh my god, as a species, we are absolutely screwed. And you know what? I wouldn't even blame you for thinking that. We can still fight and push back against this deadly threat that has been spreading rampant across the dimensions. And so, I've decided to include a few ways in which you yourself can fight back against this terrible force of evil. Now, personally, I say just killing them is the quickest and most effective way to deal with a Karen. Just in the back of the head, quick and easy, job done. However, some of you may not be into this particular approach, so here's a few more pointers in combating Karens. Number 1. Film those fuckers. Karens are awfully fond of whipping out their phones, shoving it in people's faces, recording all the arguments and all the other shit that they start, and then, you know, going home and posting it on their pointless Facebook groups and claiming that they were hard done by and wronged and that they're in the right. So I say, in response to this, whip yours straight out back. Not your cock. I'm not talking about your cock, but hey, you can whip it out if you want. Who am I to tell you what to do? Whip your phone out straight back. Film them in return. Post it with everyone you know, share it for the whole world to see, and then we can all sit together and laugh at the troglodytes that they are, like they deserve. Number 2, don't get angry, don't stoop to their level. The best way to piss a Karen off, I find, is to just stay completely calm with them as they explode in your face. When they realise that you're just staying completely calm and not rising to it, they will just completely lose their shit. They will give you a show, they'll absolutely explode, and you can film it on camera and point and laugh at them. And then when they realise that you still don't care, they'll eventually just fuck off. You know, probably to start another fight or file a divorce or something. It's not only the quickest and best way to get rid of a Karen, but it's also the most surefire way to get a response out of them. You know, to get them shouting and screaming on camera so you can film them. Number 3. I mean, look, are you sure you just don't want to kill them? I mean, it would be a lot easier, seriously. Number 4, question absolutely everything that they say. Now, if you find yourself in the unlucky position of being tiraded by a Karen with facts and logic, ask them for proof. You see, Karens absolutely love just spouting their conspiracy theories, and they don't ever expect, you know, to have to provide proof for the claims that they make. Ask them for proof. Constantly ask them for proof. What's that, madam? 5G gives you autism, does it? Please, can you provide me with proof for this claim? If you find yourself with a weaker Karen, you can eventually, you know, keep pestering them until eventually they give up and just say, yeah, I found it on Facebook, and that is absolutely gold. Now, sadly, I don't think personally that we can ever completely eradicate Karens from the face of the earth. Like I said, where you find people, you'll probably find Karens. However, if we band together, if we shame these fucking losers enough, if we point and laugh at them unanimously enough, they'll eventually lose numbers and they'll lose influence. And they're the two things they're banking on. There's so many of us that believe this, so it must be true. We have to break that influence. And there's only one way we can break that influence, and that's by just taking the piss of them. Or, you know, as I've said already, we could just kill them. It would just be so much easier, seriously.
Hey loser, quit whining at the camera for 2 minutes. I have some important information for you.
Tyrone, what do you want about? What do you mean?
I have detected a powerful creature entering this dimension and coming our way. You're in deep shit now, you idiot.
Shit, it's found me. We can't let it get into the bunker. If it gets into the bunker, we're screwed. Where'd I put my gun? Who knows how powerful it is? If it could sense us from across dimensions, how powerful is this Karen gonna be? There's only one thing for it. I'm gonna have to go out there and kill it. We can't let it live, or it'll just destroy other dimensions. I have to go and kill it, or die trying. Where the fuck is it? Hey, bitch! Hey! Karen! Call me a manager! You wanna fucking complain? You wanna fucking complain to me? Come and get me, bitch!
Excuse me? Can I speak to your manager? You have infringed my rights. My kid has to go to school with a fucking mask on. You fucking serious?
Stay back! I'm warning you.
Do you think you can talk to me like that?
Stay back! Right now! I will shoot! Oh, you want to do this old school then, do you, bitch?
You want to be fucking vaccinated?
I fucking vaccinate you, bitch!
I'll vaccinate you!
Oh.
Ah. My glasses!
Fuck!
We'll never beat the Karens. We're gonna take over. We're gonna stop everyone. We're gonna make sure nobody gets vaccinated against curable diseases. And last of all, we're gonna fiddle your bum.
There's no managers in hell, bitch!
You infringe my rights.
Fucking bitch. Fucking loser. I run this dimension. Stupid whore. Fuck yourself.
Pussy.
If you reach the end of this video and you find yourself grossly offended, well, it's probably because you're a Karen. So you can heck off. Thanks very much for watching this video. It took quite a while to make, but I hope you enjoyed it because I thoroughly enjoyed making it. Not that any of you really care about that. Also, big thanks to my friend Liam for helping me out in this video. Liam has gone back to his own dimension now. He's fully recovered from his Karen injuries and he's fucked off. He didn't want to stay here any longer than he had to. And I don't blame him at all. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you'll know that up until recently, I've been on a hiatus. I just hit a creative block with YouTube and I had no good ideas or motivation to do videos. But I'm back from that break now. This video really helped to pull me out of the creative block and I've got a good few video ideas that I'm hopefully going to be sharing with you in the next couple of months. Including a good old-fashioned Moocake rant and a couple of episodes from my hit series, another pointless internet series. Also, I recently got my grubby fingers on this here green screen, so I'm sure we'll have plenty of fun with that. Anyway, so that's going to do it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Any support is massively appreciated, and I'll see you all in the next hecking video.